Hi, everybody. Welcome to another Momen live stream. Momen is well, Vibe no coding platform. We shall change our website very soon. You're able to, today that's the showcase. We're going to use AI to build and make sure that you're able to see and understand what's going on. And last time we used Claude Code to do the entire project. In this case, we'll be using Momen's internal AI agent. It was uh, like in a beta phase. Now it's come out of beta, and you can start using it. It's able to do a lot of things, ranging from looking at logs to teach you about concepts in Moment to actually building the entire backend. And I'll give you a sneak peek into what they can do with the front end as well. That's still under development in my local laptop. But since I am on my laptop, you'll be able to see it here. We'll save that later. Okay, so the things we'll be building today as an example is an AI junk remover. Sorry, it's mostly an estimator. It's about like estimating cost and so we'll take a look at what it does, right? So that's a video. By the way, if you guys want access to this, let me just generate the it's taken over my it has taken over my right click. So okay, so that's the QR code. So if you want to scan it, be my guest, and we'll take a look at what this does. We'll start from the beginning. So that was already built. You can see it in the link, but we'll see what it does. Essentially, it's a landing page where you can sign up, create an account, and then submit a request about like where you are and upload a photo or multiple photos of the junk that you want removed. And then it allows you to pick a date and an address. And that's about it. Okay, so it's fairly simple, but quoting is usually quite annoying. Like I've seen so many companies, especially small businesses, have problems quoting the price because a lot of these services are not standardized. As I was talking to like a pump station builder, and then that builder has like two guys who's able to do the quotes and like 2 dozen employees, right? And then those two guys are constantly being saturated with quoting requests because as salespeople are out in the fields talking to potential clients, they weren't able to generate a quote on the spot. Okay, so you can see the stuff here. So that's the backend built in here, and then you got two APIs. Those are open and free. You do have to do some things, but it's free. And then some action flows, a single AI agent, and that's basically about it. And if you're interested, you can also go on this Vercel website to do exactly what we just did. Now, how does the logic actually work, right? So basically, we start off with the customer sign up, and as we saw, it would describe the things to be removed and upload photos as a reference. The request is saved, so the agent then can read the description and photos to generate a price range. by identifying the items as well as taking into account the user's request. And then the customer would pick up the would fill in the pickup details, and then we use API to figure out how long it takes to go there, and then eventually the staff. We actually have two screens. The staff will see the distance and time. Okay. So we will need two third-party APIs. One of them, well, one is called Nominatum. It's from OpenStreetMap. OpenStreetMap is a fairly good thing for geolocation stuff, and they give you a lot of free APIs. And then you have this OSRM, which does the routing, because you don't necessarily know how to get from A to B just by giving the coordinates of those two. We've written out a fairly detailed backend prompt and a front-end prompt, but it doesn't have to be, again, doesn't have to be that, excuse me, that detailed, as long as you spend a couple rounds talking with the AI, figuring out your use case. In fact, if you're curious, I use something from Matt Pocock. He has a thing called domain modeling, a domain modeling skill. It's really good for figuring out exactly what you want. Okay. So, oh, by the way, we also have some photos prepared for that, and then we have you can have like staff logins, but let's see. So first of all, we're going to copy this. We're going to go to our junk removal estimator, and we're just going to paste in here. So that is basically the requirement. You could either do build or research or auto accept. Auto accept basically is like YOLO mode. We're going to do that. This has created a plan. Let's check out a plan. It says inspect the current. Okay, well, it's empty. Create a company, slots, request data model, configure customer and staff permissions. All right. Register routing and geocoding APIs. So those are two APIs. Build requests and staff workflows. Create initial staff account. I'm not sure if it's able to do this, but we'll see. Verify schema permissions and flows. All right. It might tell us to do it by hand. I haven't wired the interaction with runtime data within the AI Copilot yet, but obviously that is coming soonish. And execution step, those are the steps. All right, that's fine. It's calling a bunch of tools. It's creating some. Okay, we already have the tables created. That's fairly fast. Has failed one. It's trying to create a relation. Relation is created in the wrong way, and we gave it a rejection, so it corrected itself. Now we have count and removal request. Each account has okay, it's changing. Each account has multiple removal requests, and a company has multiple appointment slots. Each appointment slot can be assigned to multiple removal requests. All right, I guess that's because you have. I don't know why that would be, but okay. I mean, like, be my guess, I suppose. Okay, let's see. I mean, this really should be one-to-one, but you know, AI does AI things. It's now creating roles. So we're looking at the permissions. We have a thing called staff. and it has access to a single table. It's now creating APIs, so we are getting the API stuff here. It's added some parameters. So those are the inputs that go into the API. By the way, anytime you think you want to ask a question, something you don't understand, feel free to interrupt me. We're just watching AI doing its job anyways. Okay, so and more parameter. It's actually doing the other one. That's the one, I think. Yeah, it's added a path, added a query. These, I don't know if these have headers. Okay, so the AI has not configured the response yet. It's doing that right now. No, it's first doing the OSMR thing. All right. Okay, so we got the roots, distance, duration. All right, and a code. The routing endpoints are done. All right. So it's going back to. Well, this one's done too. That's pretty fast. Okay, so that now it's listing models in AI. So it's already created the agent. It picked Gemini 3.5 Flash as the model. Gemini has ability to process. Well, they're not really good at reasoning, but here we're not asking it to reason too much. We're just giving it. You can see here we have an error collector popping up. It says empty custom output. Oh, that's fixed. That's this part here. And we have the each request will have a price low USD and price high USD and detected items. It would like output the number, the type and number of things that has seen in the image. Okay, so that is that. Oh, it's also written the prompts. What is it doing now? It's binding something. I'm not sure what it is binding. Okay, so it's gone into, oh, wow. Okay, so it's created a bunch of action flows. None of them are populated yet. I think it would have to like go through each of them. But we'll see. Again, it failed 1-1. And keeping photo storage or remove photos while making creation flow accept text. Okay. So it's figured out a limitation of the Moments platform, and it has gone to a different workaround. And one thing we spent like a really long time doing is refactoring or actually overhauling our type system so that such limitations don't exist. It becomes more apparent as we get AI because AI expected things to flow in a certain way, and usually the way it expects a platform to behave is fairly reasonable because it's seen a bunch of it has seen a bunch of correct software already. So since I think early last year, so 2025, we have been working on this. It's a massive undertaking, but I think it's gonna make AI building just that much even better. So okay, so what did it do? Let's take a look. What was it building? Oh, it don't quite know what the hell it's building, but let's see. Has a description. Okay. Okay. All right. Yeah, it's putting all the inputs, which is kind of weird. I think a normal person wouldn't put in a bunch of inputs without building out the body in the same time. Like you wouldn't go somewhere and start adding inputs to everybody and then come back. So it's kind of weird. And because all the AI's actions are stored, so we know exactly like what the agent's thinking. So we are constantly improving on like figuring out where the agent got wrong and changing prompts, changing our tool sets for the agent so that it takes fewer detours, saves more token, and so on. Oh, it's trying to set some permissions. And we reject this because if you're interested, you can see that it says logged in user has been modified since it was last read. Therefore, the agent is forced to read it again because we do not want the agent to change something without reading it. It is especially a problem if you're collaborating with someone, for example, agent collaborating with a human. For example, if I change something here, we don't want the agent to assume that it's still called company name if I've renamed it to parent company name, for example. So what it is? Okay, so it is going to do some more permission settings. Okay, so what is it doing? And by the way, this is kind of odd because it started off doing action flows and then it's like, all right, let me go back to permissions. But maybe that's because for certain action flows, the permission is dependent on like the actual content. We don't know. We'll see. It'd be nice if I had like a by the way ask thing here, similar to what Cloud Code does. We don't have that yet, but it'll be nice. And then you could like, by the way, why did you do that? And AI is okay at introspection, so it's able to tell you why it did certain things. I use that a lot when I'm developing with AI, so that I can always keep up with the AI's train of thought. Staff slot grant is applied. Okay, so staff now has a bunch of access. Remember when we were initially here, the staff had a single table access and nothing else. Now it had access to all the action flows and the agent for whatever reason. Removal request. It keeps on listing tables, which is kind of odd too, because like there is really no need to do it multiple times, but and if it's stuck, we'll bring it out of the loop. Yeah, I think it's stuck. Oh, it also once it stopped, it would tell you what it did. So it actually made a lot of progress. You were stuck looking at DB schema. Find what to do next. All right. It's gone back to, it's figured its way out. I have steered it. We should have a thing that catches repeated calls. I think we observed something similar. Finish your work. Go ahead and, oops. Go ahead and finish your work. Like, large language models have this tendency, especially the dumber ones, we are using Luna, by the way, have a tendency to just get into a loop. I've seen them gone crazy, like stuck in a loop saying, who am I, who am I, who am I, who am I, which is kind of weird too. Issuing a required live table read. You have already read the live table. It's stuck in loop. Directly build the action flow. That is very odd. I need to investigate this after the live stream, obviously. That is strange. Something in my prompt is messing this up, I think. Okay, so I guess in order to break out of this, what we can do is just oh. I think there's a prompting issue. Let's see. I'm gonna stop this, start a new session, paste it in, and hopefully this time around it won't go crazy. It was working, so either something I did messed it up, or the model had some kind of weird regression. Okay, so it's gone that, all right. Inspecting current schema, all right, so it's reading the schema again. Isolation, several flow implementations are incomplete. That's correct. Get flow detail, that's correct. The existing AI, booking, resubmission decision are empty shells. All right. Grounding server code doc and headless API. Okay. It's reading documentation. Getting the details here, and then let's see. Persist. All right, that's good. So now it seems to have broken out of that loop. Yep. So it's touching estimate and save AI quotas. Estimate and save AI quotas. That's the one. Oh, it's gone into bit of code writing. All right, fine. Decline scheduled request. Okay, it seems to fall into the same tendency, even though I have clearly told it avoid using run code unless you're doing like real computation or arithmetic, really. Okay, so let's take a look. That's that. This one does the proper insertion of the data. In fact, I mean, a lot of this could have been done. Oh, it's now using JSON for that. Okay, I don't think this is going anywhere. So, and that's one of the reason is this guy, like we currently don't support inputting multiple photos into an action flow or multiple of anything, right? Which is a problem, which is why that type refactor overhaul was there. So, well, in this case, I guess the best thing is that we just stop it here and then we go and take a look at. I mean, we wouldn't be able to carry on with this. So, what we will do instead is I'm going to show you what I have been building. So, this user interface is built entirely on Momen. And in fact, this is actually AI driven. This entire thing was generated by AI, and then I created a plan, and then I went through it. So what this thing has is both the database and the user interface. And you can see the user interface is styled somehow, right? So that's because I've added in something like this. I got this from Super Design. I just copied some arbitrary styling thing and dumped it in. And it was able to style it in a reasonable fashion. And then had some issues, some gaps I had to close. For example, the card meta was empty somewhere in here. I think there was one thing that was I forgot which one that was. A card meta, no, here. Oh yeah, this guy. This guy was empty. And also, I mean, if you look at um, the list over here, issue cards have a strange sizing. So let's say like issue cards size looks wrong. Fix. What it would do, my guess, is it's gonna take a screenshot of the list and then continue to fix stuff. Inspect the rendered thing. Okay, it is thought about stuff. Captured canvas. Yeah, that's the thing that enables the AI to actually see what is being rendered, much like a human. The issue is list sizing, not card content. Is only 80% wide and has a fixed height, and then therefore, whoop, here we go. That's much nicer. What did it change to? It changed the list to height fit and width 100%. That's much better. And the layout view had a maximum width, so that's fine. Height is fit, that's fine. Okay, so let's actually run this. Oh, it's checking the behavior under different breakpoints. What you just saw, the switch, is an artifact of taking the screenshot. We can take a look at screenshot ourselves. So yeah, so this looks good on good-ish, not really. It has a strange problem with its scroll bar. So issue header has scroll bar on phone. Not nice. By the way, the capitalization doesn't really matter. The search is fairly lenient. And you notice it's a localhost, so it is mostly working. I also fixed a bunch of issues with the problem you saw with the infinite looping. Basically, if it loops for like 3 times, uh, it it forcefully stops it. Basically says like, okay, I'm in a loop. I'm dead. Bye. The calls confirm as both overflow access to auto and the subtitle is wider. Okay. Subtitles not fit content. Okay, this is much better. Yeah, yeah. What it did is maximum width it is 100 pixels. No way. What the hell are you talking about? Let's change to here. That's not gone crazy. This is not gone crazy. Why is that's not a map? Okay. And in here, you would notice that these reset things, right? So previously, if you use Momen, there you can't tell if a breakpoint has been overridden. The style has been overridden, and now you can reset it. Okay, it says it's fixed. I mean, it does look pretty fixed. So in order to synchronize, I have to go to here because I haven't wired my local dev machine to do the backend sync. Yes, yes, I know it's very strange. So if you go to database here, it's gonna show all. This is gonna be empty because it's never being synchronized. See, that's that's what I'm talking about. Let's wait for Moment Canary to wake up so I can synchronize my thing. And the nice thing about this is now you can see all the elements. And oh, here we go. Here's another problem. Let's fix these while that one goes up. You could either do common composer or you can copy the ID as scroll bars in phone. I'm also thinking of like letting you import your own skills. For example, the UI review skills or stuff like that. But also have some built-in ones to catch the absolute minimum. And in terms of cost, if you guys are curious, um, in order to build this entire thing, like from the back end to the front end to all the fixes, I think it's about $1. I went into the database and pulled out the numbers. It's about $1. And there are some levers that I can pull to make it even cheaper, but I think $1 is reasonable. Stretch. This stretch thing I've noticed quite a few times as well. Okay, so this is nicer, and then, but this is not. This probably looks weird on here too. Comment list. No, no, not this looks good. Comment list. Oh, oh no, comment list looks weird. Comment list looks weird everywhere. That is indeed true. But this is not fixed. So this is doing its job. That is a fit and a fit. All right. It is doesn't have a wrap. So this is gonna go crazy at some point. If we have long text. Only UI repair. Okay. I mean, it seems to know its role pretty well here. It's the same model, by the way. I'm not switching models. It's really like tuning the the prompts and the tools that we give it. And yeah, one again we're using very slow VPN. So, and Moment Canary is internal, so like you guys can't really see it. You don't really interact with it, but for me, it's always been very slow. Oh, comment has been that is now much better looking indeed. The body doesn't have a wrap. Basically that guy. This should be a common, it should be a catch-all thing. So let's go to here, see if the desktop one looks okay. The desktop one looks okay. All right, so if this comes up, I will be able to synchronize the changes. Oh man. Apply wrapping safe styles. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's, I mean, I know this jumping backwards and forwards is kind of annoying. But that was my quickest way to get capture working. So that is a price that has to be paid. Okay, so that's good. Width is now fixed. Height is now changed to fit. And it should turn on wrap next. Oops, I clicked away. it didn't know about wrapping. Okay, but and also like my thing is not fully working. So in any case, you see what the AI is now capable of doing. It's able to construct user interface as well as, well, in this case, more successfully than not. Um, add comment. Why is add comment a action flow? That is very weird. But all right. Has it changed wrap text? Nope. So that's a gap. Typically, you could just do that, but since we are trying to stress the AI a bit, we're gonna ask it to do it instead of us. Anything? Still thinking. Thinking very hard. Oh, it doesn't know about the wrap text thing. Okay. All right, that's I guess that's it. So that'll be it for today's live stream, and we'll be releasing a lot of those features in the near future. And thank you very much for coming.